It's time for our main event, the 130-pound showdown between Manny Pacquiao and Marco Antonio Barrera. No title at stake, but plenty to fight for, as Pacquiao seeks to cement his status as one of the top fighters in the sport, and Barrera looks to leave the sport behind, avenging the most lopsided loss of his career.
From the beginning to the end of a fight. Unlike a lot of punchers who punch good in the early part, they fade at the end. That's not the case with Pacquiao.
And so perhaps that's the reason why when we asked Barrera yesterday, do you have a plan, as was the case against Hamed, he said, no, I have 3 plans for Pacquiao.
I think that's a good advice, because you never know what's going to work.
He signed a contract to do a television sitcom starting next year. He's releasing a brand new rap single. He's just finished an unsuccessful run for office.
Tyson and a lot of other controversial people who have a lot going on in their life outside of the ring, but he's such a fighter that once he comes in the ring, all of that he leaves outside. He loves to fight.
On the other hand, his trainer, Freddie Rhodes, has put up a brave face saying, oh, it's no problem that I had to go to Cebu in the Philippines to train him because he wouldn't come and do his normal training at my gym in Hollywood. And it's no problem that I've had to try to get him back focused on this despite all of his other interests. You wonder if Freddie is fighting something of a struggle to maintain his own control of Manny Pacquiao's career.
I would say.
And now from the Mandalay Bay of Las Vegas, for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Fighting out of the blue corner, wearing red with silver, official weight 130 pounds. His professional career, 63 victories, including 42 knockouts against 5 defeats. Damas y caballeros de Ciudad de Mexico, the 3-time champion of the world, the baby face assassin, Marco Antonio Barrera. And fighting out of the red corner, wearing red with flames, official weight 130 pounds. His professional record, 44 victories, including 34 knockouts, 3 defeats, 2 bouts even. From General Santos City, the fighting pride of the Philippines, the defending WBC international champion and 2-time world champion, Manny Pacquiao.
They start out tactically, and Barrera steps forward to attack.
Years ago, Pacquiao is
in the first minute, Emmanuel,
yes,
keeping their guards up and stopping anything big.
Straight left hand, that's the one thing.
Strafing with the double left hand.
Barrera is doing pretty effectively.
Straight right hand for Barrera. Pacquiao hasn't landed any jabs, couple straight right hands. Pacquiao leads with the left, behind the head. Now Pacquiao's behind the jab.
As soon as Pacquiao gets one.
Might be a small psychological victory for Barrera. Feel as though he could put a round in the books to start. Now Pacquiao lands a straight left. Manny's starting to assume the role of the aggressor. Jab lands for Pacquiao. Barrera comes back with an attempted left and a right. Pacquiao lands his jab again.
calculated.
Pacquiao reaching with the left.
Here we see Pacquiao landing his favorite punch and his pet punch. Straight left hand through the center.
Another way.
I think he's trying to do that, but in this Pacquiao, you have to watch for a straight left hand.
9. Go back to your left hook to the body. It's the first time in his 70 ring entrances as a professional.
That Pacquiao missing there.
Barrera jab or his left to the body. Keep moving in a good stinging right kick, right hand. Big left. Barrera shooting the right. Pacquiao leading straight up the middle with the left and landing. Marco Antonio Barrera. When he lands his jab, Pacquiao can't start his power punches.
Weaknesses on Pacquiao.
To become.
The baby assassin.
Realized when going up against fighters like... There's a big left hand for 16 out of 30 power shots.
I saw him fight before. He would counter punch with a lot more authority.
Well, he's showing tremendous respect.
Yes.
And at some point, he may have to show less respect to have a chance.
Yes, but he's letting...
End of his career, the kind of offensive
the reflexes that he showed when he fought MACKIE.
Hard right hand over the top. Barrera go to take a little more command of the fight. Pacquiao lands a left.
When Pacquiao throws that left hand,
you get the sense, Emmanuel,
because he still
was, I have to fight.
Pacquiao landing his jab. Find the situation. Barrera shooting that up. Barrera a little tentative with the right hand.
Land the right hand on Pacquiao.
Barrera's 10th.
He'll wave a right hook like he did just there. Not doing any damage with the right hand. That does score points. Rhodes tells this guy step to...
Interestingly,
I think Freddie Rhodes knows.
Interestingly, Marco Antonio Barrera's brother was quite expressive. 3 rounds, you're up 3-0. He may be deluding. Chances are Marco knows better. And now they fight. Flurry.
Because Pacquiao is not a kick too often.
They trade body shots. To our sights, hasn't said anything in return. Plan for getting away with it.
Fighting a little too tentative.
Barrera blocking with his gloves there. But blocking won't win.
Trying to make sure he doesn't make a mistake.
That Pacquiao will be short on. That doesn't seem likely for the older fighter against the younger guy.
No.
Just not giving.
Years ago.
As you can see, he looks like more confident. And, you know, like he was so...
I wonder if Barrera's to be his last fight.
Good left hook to the body by Barrera, and suddenly he puts a flurry of punches together.
Most of the left hands, he's power punch on him.
But I just don't know.
To be competitive, Shield. Hard right hand by Pacquiao. And Barrera decides to fight back immediately. And now suddenly they trade, and Marco catches Pacquiao with a big right hand. And a left hand. And Pacquiao momentarily stunned. Then comes...
He's coming with the snarl on his face.
Emmanuel.
No, but it's dangerous if he keeps him going back. Good.
Trying to get Pacquiao going. Manny ring. Hard left hands, 2 of them by Pacquiao. Barrera comes back with a straight right. More and more it appears Barrera's going to have to accept the danger and give it a shot. He gets straight by a right hook. That's the punch that Pacquiao has so improved with. Too much noise for either fighter to have hurt the clapboard.
Here you see Pacquiao coming in with a left and a little follow-up right, off balance but covered. And here you see Barrera coming back with a series of punches with Pacquiao on the ropes where he cannot fight too good.
46 power shots. Leading me again to wonder whether they think
after throwing a lot of punches.
Barrera trying to pick his spots upstairs. Gets rocked with a right hand. Gets backed into a corner. Gets caught with another combination.
He's not going to just be completely...
Pacquiao straight. And body shots as...
That's a beautiful. But you notice every time the Pacquiao gets, it just like ignites it.
Well, that's the way fighters are.
Yep.
This is what makes fighting fighter in boxing. Lands a solid right hook. Lands a straight left hand. Faster hands carrying the day again. Barrera had a little flurry. Pacquiao
waiting him, but he does it instinctively. Here you see Barrera catch Pacquiao coming in with a beautiful counter right hand. And there you see both of the guys exchanging punches right here.
55 minutes. Next thing he does is he's too old. Beautiful work by Manny.
I have it 3 rounds. Barrera is trying to do it.
Well said. I was fascinated during the last between round period to see all 3 judges looking up at the big screen and
yeah, it's going to be. The only thing is when doing this, man, and every time that he does land a clean blow, it just ignites Pacquiao, and Pacquiao comes right back and gets right back in the fight right away.
So a round after round decision. Bettors may be out of luck.
And that's what he risked.
You know, after Junior Jones knocked Barrera out of the fight and lost the decision, and this was
Barrera's brother in the corner. Barrera, who's very conscious of creating, sneaks a right hand around Pacquiao's guard, takes a hard right hand in return for his trouble.
certainly the power of that.
Because he can't simply too fast and too able to get off punches and flurries. Combination by Barrera.
And he throws his left hand, he'll come back with a straight right.
Eric Morales, that surely all Morales fans are thinking right now. He was outgunned by Manny Pacquiao, the gunfight.
This is the fight, really, Barrera of about a year.
If he still thinks he's that fighter of a year ago.
Even just said recently when he fought Marquez.
Where to place it. Hard left hand by Pacquiao. Barrera's had a couple of good combinations. Hard left. Marco may feel a need to answer that.
So much on the defense.
It's been few and far between. Sweet finish, handed punches. Nevertheless, Marco Antonio Barrera to really be in
this fight never be a third fight. This may indeed be wrong.
And I think it's bad to announce this your last fight, because if the fight is a decision to a guy who's going to be against you also after the fight.
It's about 80 pounds and a different kind of style matchup, but this reminds me of Michael Spinks in his last two fights. Pacquiao, on the other hand, sometimes seems to be lulled to sleep by Barrera. Then he comes back with something like that.
Looking for plan D here.
I like your analogy about diffusing a bomb, Larry. You know, he's trying to very carefully to run out of time to get it done. It's like a tedious enterprise. Manny Pacquiao.
Pacquiao's got great balance when he starts moving on his toes. That's what I like. He can move and bounce and then bounce.
Across with that straight hard left hand. Generally stops and throws a couple, mostly clean punching, just like you saw there.
Is to put a very raucous
man. There's a Mexico down about 20 something.
them to fight more. Fighting this way, he'll say the truth. It's not. But one comment, he's gone from one punch.
Yes.
Do anything about it.
Controlling the fight in the tempo.
But the flesh is weak for Marco Antonio Barrera. Or if you choose, show them everything in perfect, clear detail, as is sometimes the case here. Less experience.
Got the fight at the exact tempo of this, and going down the stretch, it looks like Pacquiao's going to try to be busier, and he can do that pretty good. Because
The usual could conceivably be going on.
this is a type of a fight that could be given to Barrera by some worse decisions, and it wouldn't be a fight that you could argue about too much.
You can't give the fight to the fighter who's just trying to lower the temperature.
It certainly does from time to time. We've seen judges do that. There was a judge who had Corey Spinks beating Jermaine Diller in Memphis. And what Spinks wanted to do is lower the temperature. Now momentarily they fight again, and Barrera gives as good as he gets in that exchange. If he'd done it all night, probably the inevitable.
Fighter with more precision punches.
Now Pacquiao begins to do damage, and Barrera's got no choice but to try to rise.
Yeah.
And he staggers off of a left hand by Pacquiao to the body. Headbutt.
Not bad headbutt.
Big time headbutt by Barrera.
He would break.
He's got that point taken away.
Not programmed to do it tonight. Just not would have been the moment if ever it existed. Instead, he backed off.
Right here, you see Barrera hit him with a tremendous right hand punch, and
He just has been unable to do that.
Filipino crowd chanting for their man. Barrera has anything on his mind.
fight. If I was a fan, of his fights. So I could see a cause for worry from some of the people that support him.
Likely.
Well, he's won the fight, I think, but just compared to the way he's normally.
Satisfy Marco Antonio Barrera. And now the old warrior looks for another chance. To Tony Weeks as it wait 4 years in the sport. Cold War, item 1 at the end of the Cold War was to give Barrera his chance at revenge. But apparently it came too late for him to really be Manny Pacquiao.
We didn't get a Cold War.
Trading punches, tactic, no chance for the stylish knockout the fans might have envisioned.
A whimper, not a bang.
It's a moment, of course, when Jerry Roth only had 11 title fights, and recently notable had Moskaev ahead of Rahman going into the 12th round when Moskaev scored his dramatic KO. Filipino fans booing Barrera. Michael Buffer stands by with the official scores.
After 12 rounds, we go to the scorecards. Jerry Roth and Glenn Trowbridge, 118-109. Tom Schreck, 115-112. To the winner by unanimous decision, still champion from the Philippines, Manny Pacquiao.